the linebacker room is one that I am very, very concerned about, honestly, because when you look through the depth chart right now, as it stands right now this spring, and I know that can change, obviously, I get that. But there are only 11 people on the entire roster right now designated as a linebacker, and that includes walk-ons. So not a huge deep room here. The first two guys that'll step on the field are going to be Aaron Beasley and Keenan Peely. I don't think anybody has any doubt about that. For the sake of Tennessee's defense, I sincerely hope those two guys go injury-free the whole year. Because after them, you do have Elijah Herring and you do have Arion Carter. Dude, he is a house. Man, he is a – we talked about Cam Seldon looking like an eighth-year senior. All right. Well, Arion Carter looks just like him. I mean, that kid, oh, my goodness. That dude, he looks like an SEC linebacker right now, and he should be in the last semester of his high school career. So that's really exciting. It's also kind of concerning that the backup linebacker, one of the first guys off the bench, is going to be a true freshman. Hopefully that means, he's just incredible. But we'll see. I think for everybody, we need to really, really hope that Aaron Beasley and
Keenan Peely
are both injury-free the whole year. I think that's really what we need to hope for. What do you think about the linebackers?
I'm terrified of them. I think the first two are incredible players, but everything behind it is completely unproven. And we have 15-8. We have 23 days to go find another linebacker in the portal, and I sure hope they do.
I got to think they will. Surely they will.
Because there is no depth in there. Elijah Herring is probably going to be a really good player, and I think the step from freshman to sophomore year, I think we're going to see a huge step from him, and I think he'll end up playing major minutes and probably play really, really well. But, you just mentioned the number 4 backer as a freshman. Right now, the top 6, there's 2 true freshmen in there. And if they're being honest, like they probably want to redshirt Jalen Smith, but if worse comes to worse, he could very quickly be pushed into action because there's just not a whole lot of guys there. I fully expect Beasley and Peely to be 1 and 2, Herring and Carter to be second group, and Caleb Perry and Jeremiah Thielander to be the third group.
Agreed.
That's just a lot of unproven guys. They've got a couple other guys that they can look at. The transfer from Liberty, Caleb Williams, and people have continued to say the name Ben Bolton, that he's had a great spring and that coaches have been pleasantly surprised with him. But again, when your first 2 are absolutely proven, they are studs. They are going to be NFL players. But your next 6, it's a coin toss.
So Aaron Beasley put his name on every single NFL team's radar last year during the Orange Bowl. That was his coming out party, and he was the man on the field during that game. I mean, that was an incredible game by him. So many tackles for loss. I mean, just an absolutely phenomenal game. John said, I cannot wait to see what Beasley does this year. I like that. We're going to use that. I like that a lot. That's good. I can't either. I mean, they need him to stay healthy in a real bad way. Because think about this. Last year you had Juwan Mitchell and Jeremy Banks running out there, and then Aaron Beasley coming in. I mean, they rotated a bunch of dudes at linebacker last year, and they were coming in and out, almost swapping series and that kind of stuff. I mean, I will say this: it is good that Arion Carter, even his teammates have mentioned him so far this year in the spring. That's been good. That's good. But I 100% agree with you. Over the next 2 weeks, they got to find somebody in the portal. Like they just have to. I mean, that is the one position where I think it is necessary. You got to find somebody just for depth purposes. Because if anybody gets injured, whoa boy.
So if they don't, I think what that should tell everybody, if you go way back to our recruiting episode, I made a really big deal about Jeremiah Telander. I think he's SEC ready. I think he is going to be a big-time player at Tennessee. If they don't go get somebody in the portal, then that means Jeremiah Telander is the real deal, and they're totally fine playing him as a freshman. I'm curious to see the growth of Caleb Perry. He looks the part, and he seems to have really good instincts, and I could see him playing major minutes if he continues the consistency that we've seen to this point.